Happy May to you, everybody. Happy May to you. All right. We are going live due to poor connection. Reconnecting. Um, we are going live this morning here. Hi. And this old iPad messing up. I'm going to go right into Oh, okay. Look like it's live now. All right. Mm, let's see here. Keeps going out over here. How y'all doing? I ain't letting it stop me this morning. Okay. Now it look like it's working now. All right. Hope all is well. May means business. Your money making starts now. It starts in the month of May. Yes, it does. So let's see here. I am temporary, but I'm having issues with my Facebook on here. But how y'all doing on this May 1st? What y'all plans for this month? Should be making money, right? If you're not if you're not in business, you should be thinking about getting up in there, getting a business. I'll do that later. It keeps going out over here. We're gonna end that over here because it's not gonna stop me. I don't know why Instagram give me such a hard time sometimes. Now let's talk about a few things, four to be exact, on some money making ideas for the month of May. And look, welcome to the fifth month of the year. You're in the second month of the second quarter in a cycle of a business cycle. So, when you hear people say, yeah, we're in quarter one, two, three, and four. Well, we're in quarter two and we're in the second month of the cycle. That means it's separated in quarters for business. You'll learn that later if you don't know it in your business cycles, because it's best to pay your quarterly taxes during that time and all that good stuff when you're doing business. So we want to talk about first of all, I want to thank all of those who wish me happy birthday. I tried to individually let you guys know that I appreciate your thought and kindness, and I'm just so grateful, the gratitude that I have for that. Appreciate you, love y'all, love you, love you, love you. Now, what I want to do this morning, after bringing in the month of May, I want to bring it in was talking about some of those money making strategies and money making ideas. But there are four that I just want you to kind of think upon. And the reason why I want to just talk about these four, because if you got these four together, then it's going to open the door. It'll pave the door, open the door for you a little bit better. It'll pave the way for you to get on in there and do what you need to do to develop that, get that funding on some areas where you don't have it in business. So this is what I have been talking about the last few weeks, and helping you get to the money, getting you to thinking about what ways you can get there and preparing yourself, because if you're not ready, you need to get ready. So now, all of us are going to get older. We're going to retire at some capacity. So whether we're going to retire from Social Security or from a job, we don't want that to kind of be our only thing we have. And I know a lot of you saying, hey, entrepreneurship ain't for me. I get it. But you need to find a way to have another source of income, because retirement and getting ready for retirement, having money set in place, a lot of people are not prepared. And I think it is by they're saying that it's going to take like a million, over a $1.5 million to really live comfortably if someone retires at a regular age and living for the rest of their lives. So now we gonna have to talk about the conversation that none of us like to talk about. We're gonna have to talk about that money conversation. And what I do is I help my clients with businesses, building your businesses and growing them. So this is a subject that we need to talk about, because we want to make sure that we are in position and we're in place to be able to live that above and beyond that. So if you have a vision and if you have a goal, we want to know, we want to talk about getting you the information, and we need to know excuse me, where we stand right now in our own endeavors. Because believe it or not, the lifestyle some of you live now, you may not be able to keep that up if you're solely dependent on your retirement, your Social Security, or just being, being okay with just the average. No, we need it. We're gonna get out of that mindset. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the grants, credit, getting your credit together, getting you the loans that you need, and possibly talk a little bit about some contracting things, and then some ideas and some things that I can share with you on how to get you there. So this is what this video is going to be about, and then government contracts. So we'll touch on those, touch on that too as we're having this conversation. So if you're listening to the replay, I appreciate you for being here, and hopefully that's something here that I will bring before you that you will benefit from it. So let me definitely check a couple of things out here. And my, let me see here. I'm gonna have to put it on my regular Facebook. For some reason it's not picking it up, but I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that because I know it's okay. I got that there. I'm gonna get here and share this video. Let me share this video on my, let's see. I want to share this video on my other. Yeah, let's see here. Nope, I don't want to do that. I want to. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to be able to share it. I'm going to share it on my page. Okay, now that's a little bit better here that I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it on my page. So now let me go ahead and talk a little bit about these ones that I just mentioned to you. The ones that I just shared, the grants, the credit, the loans, and the contracting, the government contracting and the regular contracting. Now, with all of these, May means business. May means, okay, think about everything that's coming up in May. You got the graduations, you have college graduations, you got students graduating from high school, and everybody's getting ready to go into college, right? Going into college. You got everybody getting prepared for the summer. You have, educators and all. Pretty much, there's been finna be a shift. People, a lot of folks are going on vacations, and there's so much going to be going on during the summer. So things are going to get a little bit busier in different areas. Now, I'm going to ask you, what is your vision for a business that can, that can be, and then weddings, and, you got all kind of weddings and a lot of parties, after school activities, all kind of summer camps, all these things, all of this. So my question to you is, what is your vision when it comes down to any of this phase, anything that's coming, that's dealing with this, anything that's dealing with this? What is your vision that can complement this? Or what is your vision that this is your niche of people or group of people that you serve? So before you get there, let me say something to you. If you have a vision, your vision, don't sleep on your vision, because you know what can happen. I had some notes here. Yes, your vision is not only your vision. Now, I know you think that it's unique to you. God has given that similar or same vision to someone else. Now, what someone else will probably end up doing is someone else will act on it. And then when you look 6 months to a year later, and if someone is acting on that same vision, because there's nothing new under the sun, then they can go out there and make the millions that you felt like, you didn't share this with anybody, but you said, darn, I had this idea and I didn't act on it. So I'm talking to you, I'm looking in this camera, and I'm speaking to you wholeheartedly. If you, under the sound of my voice, if you have a vision, if you have something that you know that you are supposed to go ahead and do, don't procrastinate any longer. You have to stop procrastinating. You have to stop talking about it. If you're talking about it, just be about it. But if you are talking about it, you might be talking about it to the wrong person. Maybe that's why you haven't made a move, because you're talking to someone that just um may not have the bandwidth to to receive what you have to say, and they may not have the mindset that you do, and they are discouraging you and telling you what you can do, giving you all these reasons why this will never work for you. Cut that off. Cut that conversation short. I'm not saying you have to cut the person off, but you have to cut the conversation short, because we're in times now that things are moving so fast. AI is developing. So many opportunities are here and there. I was doing a video for my beauty beauty business coaching that I do. And I was saying to them that a lot of the technology and a lot of the advancement, things cost so much more back then to even market your business. We have this we have all of this free stuff here to get on here and let people know, let them know that your business exists. But are you really working it? Are you finding out ways to do it? Are you finding out ways, or are you afraid of what somebody gonna say when they see you on camera, and then they say, what are you doing? I mean, I've been there. I mean, hey, I've been there. I have. I've been afraid to step out on me and believe in and bank on me and invest in me, in a sense that when I say invest in me is to just saying, okay, I've been that imposter syndrome. I've had that before. I know what it feels like. But I'm telling you, you got to get out here and get this vision out of your head and get it out here, because someone else will be out here doing what you were uniquely created here to do. And you're not doing it because you're maybe one afraid, or maybe one you just don't feel like you're the one that can do it, or you got the capacity to do it, or you got and what are my friends going to say? What are my family's going to say? Forget them people. Forget that, because they're not doing, let me tell you, they're not doing for you what God can do for you. But let me say this to you. Deuteronomy 8:18 says, God has given us the ability to create wealth. Let me look into I'm going to give you some different scriptures on that, because I'm going somewhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and let me see how many different translations it is, so you can know the gravity of this scripture. Because I love to. Okay, hold on. And get a Bible app on you. Y'all got these phones and all this stuff. Get your Bible app. I got a Bible app on, and I use them too. Okay, Deuteronomy. Hold on. Deuteronomy 8. Okay, 8:18. Okay. I'm gonna do different translations, but I'm gonna tell you which one. 8:18. Okay, 8:18. Oh, okay, this is coming from the Amplified version, right? Now, what it says in the Amplified version, I'm gonna give you a few versions, because before we go any further, I want you to see this is for you. Deuteronomy 8:18. It's in the Amplified version here, and it says, "But you shall remember with profound respect." Is in brackets. With profound respect is in brackets. The Lord your God, for it is He who is giving you power to make wealth, that He may confirm His covenant, which He swore so solemnly promised to your fathers, as it is this day. So that scripture is already telling you. That's from the Amplified version. We're going to go and get a couple more. Okay, God has told your ancestors that He's going to give you the wealth. You got the ability. Ability means the wherewithal to do something, or the skill set to do something. That's what ability is. So, back to the question, what is your skill set? to do what God has called you to do. I ain't talking about me because I'm on my course. I'm talking about you. And he says he gives us the ability to create wealth. So if he gave us the ability to create wealth, we shouldn't always be trying to get a handout. We should always be wanting to live better than we are, wanting to financially be in a better position. And then if we want, if we have a vision and we want a business and if we want to go to the next level, we should always be doing what we can do to get there. That means learning, paying for things to help us get there. If we don't know how to do it ourselves, we should consult an expert that know how to do the things that we want done, and we get them done. So things like that. Okay. Now, all right. The New King James Version. Let's see about the New King James Version. That's one of my studies. I have about 3 or 4 different Bibles. I have a woman's Bible, and sometimes it's so inspiring to kind of see what each one of them says. Okay, now the New King James Version, Deuteronomy 8:18 says, "And you shall remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you power to get wealth, that He may establish His covenant. He may establish his covenant which he swore to your fathers as it is this day." Okay. Now, same thing. Ancestry. He's telling you there too. Now, one more. I think the NIV. I like the NIV one too. But let me see, can I find the NIV in here, down here? Okay, we're gonna get this last one because the NIV breaks things down so well. Okay, Deuteronomy 8:18. It says, "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth." Produce wealth. Okay? "And so confirms His covenant, which He swore to your ancestors as it is today." Now that's the breakdown too. That's a little bit more clear and a little bit more plain to you. He says, let me read that one again. "But remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth, and so confirms His covenant, which He swore to your ancestors as it is today." He swore to your ancestors. He swore to your ancestors. He swore to your ancestors. And it is as it is today. So He gave you the ability to produce. What do produce mean? Answer that question. Producing something is you creating it. You're producing something, or you're giving something, enterprise into marketplace. Hint, hint, your skill set, your talents, your gifts. You're here to produce something. The question is, what are you here to produce? Okay. I ain't want to get off. I'm sorry for getting all going out there in left field with that. Well, not necessarily left field, but going out. But I wanted y'all to see. I wanted you to see Deuteronomy 8:18 for you believers, for you those that know the word of God is true. Okay. Now, so your vision is, y'all gotta start paying attention to your visions. That's all I got to say. And don't let someone put out your fire before you even get the way you want to get to, or you need to get to. Now, let me run over these real quick for you about what I want to talk to you about, these money-making ideas. We can go ahead and break them down real quick here, and then I'll talk to you a little later. So, and by the way, if you want to stay connected and get text messages from me, or things that, want to know about anything that I have going on, and classes, or if you want to join me outside of social media, you can text Push to Dream to 833-247-6465, and I will I'll let you'll be in the community, and if I have anything going on, when I have something going on, or when I'm just maybe giving you some giving you some free nuggets, or letting you know when I go live, and things like that, I will notify you. So please text Push to Dream to 833-247-6465. Now, one way for you to make money out here, I know that, let's go ahead and get into that. One way for you to make money with grants. Now, we have different kind of grants, and I'll talk about a few of them. We have what private grants, we have government grants, you have industry specific grants. Now, a lot of them requires you applying for different ways, but most of the grants requires you to have a great grant proposal. A lot of them require you to have a great business plan. What the most that I've seen when I'm working with a lot of my clients, what I have seen is that business plan can convert you to just get your business plan together. You need help with that? That's what I do. Helping you to get to secure the grants. And a lot of people don't secure the grants because you just don't want to write the business plan. Ever since I've been on here talking to you, and even I know my past clients, look like before I got on social media with promoting my business, my business and things like that, it wasn't as hard as people want, writing a business plan. They wanted to do that more. But I think a lot of you somebody have told you that I don't need a business plan. Yet, if you want to get grants, government grants, do federal contracting with companies, and enlarge your business territory in the future, it may not be now, that business plan will be that passport or that ticket for you. And then also, it's going to help you to stay on target and stay focused. And it's going to allow you to maybe come up with more ideas so where your business can grow from the inside out. So, grants, like I said, government grants, we're going to talk about a few, we're going to elaborate on those a little while. And then having your business structure, and let's not leave that out, but that's a part of you making and doing very well, because no grant tour they're not going to give you any funding if you're not structured correctly. You're not structured up. And if you don't have the LLC, the C Corp or S Corp, if you don't have those things in place, they are not going to, you don't even qualify. You will be, that's one of the things on the checklist, and you won't meet the checklist requirement. So stop playing with it and get out here, and everything you need to do it. Okay. Do it. And I guarantee you will prosper with whatever your vision is, wherever you want to expand it. You can, some of you, let me say this, y'all have so many opportunities that you don't even realize because you're standing in your own way. Okay. Because see, less than 2 weeks ago, I was almost gone from here. I was almost out of here 2 weeks ago. And I vowed to God saying, I'm not playing with it anymore. I wasn't playing, but what I mean is I'm not taking it lightly and taking it for granted that I have something out here to do with my gifts and my talents. And you do too. But a lot of you are holding your own self back because you just didn't listen to the Deuteronomy 8:18 that I just read. You didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear what God said about you. You have to do whatever it takes. That scripture is filled and packed with strategies. It's filled with a blueprint. It's filled and packed with so much stuff that's going to come along with you creating wealth. But you got the ability, but you're in your own way. All right. Let me digress. Keep on going. Now, next thing I want to talk to you about is a lot of you may not be in the position with your credit being superb, or in a great condition, in condition to be able to get some of the opportunities that's going to require you to get money for as business loans and business, other things. Now, grants, you don't need credit for that, but there are areas in your business that you will need the backing of your credit. Well, it's going to be, we're going to talk about the big, that's next to business loan, but talking about the credit, improving your credit, getting your credit, knowing what's there, knowing what's already out there. In when you know what's out there, you can correct those things. You may want to buy a house. You may want to buy, Airbnbs. You may want to buy some kind of real estate. You are not, you wouldn't, if you don't have the funding outside of your credit, leveraging your credit for this, you won't be able to, you'll miss out on some opportunities for yourself. And learning about what's going on with your credit and with your credit, hey, and if you are interested in this, I'm getting ready to, I'm almost completed with my credit class that, if you want that, you can let me know too as well. You can comment, and join join the family for that too, because that is a separate course. I'm almost done with it. I have like maybe 4 videos that I need to record on that, because it's a whole entire whole course. And then if you want me to work with you one-on-one, that's a totally different conversation, but you know how to reach me. So anyway, let me go ahead and finish. And if your credit score is not where you want it to be, it has to be, in order to get out here and make this money in your business and grow your money, grow your business. Yes, your credit needs to be, you need to think about it. You need to think about getting it together. Yes, you need to think about what's on there that's holding you back and how to improve it. That's so important. So you definitely have to, you really have to. Now, let's talk about business loans. Now, business loans, a lot of them is going to have, they can stand alone, but a lot of you, in order to be able to get this big funding or this large amounts of funding out here, things have changed. The credit is tightening up. I'm gonna tell you that. People may not want to tell you, but it's tightening up. Meaning the approval amounts that you can get, they're less. The requirements are getting tighter, and your documentation is getting a little bit more intense or a little bit more detailed. And it's because at one time, they just, you can just, people would just not have to give as much information. And then a lot of people were doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing, and it's like lying about what they make. But now you got to have more documentation to prove, okay, this is what my business is making. So see, you got so much to do in your business, till you don't have time to let any one of these things that I'm going to mention you go without at least some consideration of just, giving them your attention at some point, and just helping you get better in these areas. Now, the next one, talk about the contracts. The government contracts. Even a contract with you just doing a B2B contract. You want to be at your best, and you want to show maybe past performances, especially with government contracting. There's ways to show past performance. Not you saying that you have to have a whole lot of experience in it, but there's ways that you can show past performance. That's a conversation for another day. But learning more about the opportunities that are out here with contracts, government contracts, state and local contracts, doing business with the government. A lot of you, if you're in business, are you registered with your local? Do you know you have to register with the government agencies before you can even bid on a contract? Did you know that? So you have to, and they require you to have, back to the beginning, your structure correctly. Sometimes you may be in a position that you may have an opportunity that you need to, most government contracts, well, for the most part, if you don't have the money, you may be approved or awarded for a project that is a net 30. So you need to have some money already in reserve before you get the contract, and then That's when your good credit come in. That's when your credit can help you out. And that's when, if you need a business loan or whatever, that's when that will come in for you. So if you have to pay staff, if you have to hire someone temporarily to get these government contracts, a lot of the jobs that you guys are on, they are doing this right here. They have contracts with government, agencies. And that's how they're paying you a salary. And then sometimes when they finish the project, they may have to lay you off or get rid of you. So you wouldn't be doing no differently than your employer is doing. So I'm just saying you got to know what's going on behind the scenes. And these ways that I've mentioned to you, these are sure ways in your business enterprise for you to make more money now in your business. So this is what we're going to be talking about this a little bit in deep and a little bit in depth and more when it comes down to this, because we want you to, I want you to win out here. There's nothing I love what I do. I really do. I love what I do in this arena because I know that the vision is y'all can go so far. Y'all can go so far in life with what you have. So anyway, I'm gonna say this to you before I leave. With your vision and your purpose, take the time to execute it. Take the time to learn what you need to learn to execute this vision. Reach me, I'm here. If not, just take the time to learn. It ain't about me. Just take the time to learn what you need to do and stop taking your business for granted, meaning being professional when you need to, doing what you need to do, speaking correctly and talking and being able to look the part when you have to meet with someone. Be on time. Use your soft skills in every way. When I say soft skills, use those basic mannerable skills you have. If they need a proposal from you, have your proposal. Have it presented in a professional manner. Have all of your I's dotted and your T's crossed. So when you're in the presence of someone that can make a decision that can change the rest of your life in a positive light, you will be prepared to receive that. A lot of you are not in a position, we're not in a position to receive what's out there for us because we have not presented ourselves in a way to be receptive of some of the things that we miss opportunities on because we just don't do the basic stuff. Really. Some of you around here can run circles around some of these folks that have $1 million businesses. And because they got out there and they believed in themselves, and because their mindset was so different and they were out there working on making it happen for themselves, that's why they have what they have. But they are no better than you. You be honest with you, you are even a nicer person than them, and you would even do more for your community if you had the opportunity that they had. Your community would be a better place. We won't have all of this crime going on. Our children won't be going down by the wayside. Human trafficking would not be where it is now. Our young folks will have so much more to look up to, so many more people to look up to. These celebrities is not what your children need to be looking up to. They need to be looking up to you. They need to be looking up to what you have, what you can show them, what you can tell them they can be. They don't need to go outside. You have what it takes to help them get to the next level. You are that one that can get them to where they need to be. All because if you step out, get out your own way and do what God has called you to do. Now, that's all I'm going to say for right now. But I will see you on the next video. Let's see. I may be back today. Hopefully I can. I got so many other things, business stuff I need to work on. But I'll try to come back today because I want to go in a little deeper. And we're going to talk about how to get some of this money for your businesses, okay? Follow me on my social media platforms. If you go to pushtodream.com, you can see where you can follow me and get on the list of you getting more information and you knowing that I can, you knowing when I'm going live, or you getting a text message. I told you Text push the dream to 833-247-6465 and stay connected. That's all. Okay. If you want to work with me one-on-one, yes, I'm here to do that too as well. You just have to book, if you go to pushthedream.com, you just have to schedule a call with me. It's it'll change your life for the better. So anyway, thanks so much. And if you know anybody that, hey, need a business strategists that need someone to help them get to the next level and build their enterprise, I'm here for it. Okay. My clients, I love them and they love me. So we work together. So if it's something that is beyond the scope of what I do, I always partner with other companies. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Okay. So anyway, have a beautiful morning. And yes, God did it, y'all. God did it. I'm 55 and God saved, that accident. God did it. That's all I can say. He did it. He saved me. And I am on fire for what I am here to do. And remember what I said about Deuteronomy 18. You can read it in other translations so where you can get a better understanding of it. I don't know what you need to do, but just do it. Okay. All right. I love you guys. I love y'all. All righty. And I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. Have a beautiful day.